You celebrate your life. Celebrate the good and the bad, the happy, the sad, the joy and the pain, the sun and the rain. Celebrate life. Celebrate your life with love.
Hello, hello, hello. Hola, hola, hola. Welcome everyone to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Daye, and what a joy it is to welcome you. Hey, Jason, what's going on? I'm so glad that you're with us today, and so glad that all is going well. Today is Earth Day. Earth Day, a day that we recognize our planet, our earth, the sun, the sky, all of the elements. And what does that have to do with a spiritual remedy? Yeah, let's see if we can somehow, before the end of the show, make the connection. You know, a spiritual remedy is a show that I do on a weekly basis because I see a world where clean and sober people and where everyday people, everybody is living their best life and loving it. And what I get a chance to do is to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. So, with that said, as we take a look at today, April the 22nd, 2024, and we look at the conditions of our planet, as we look at what's up, Curtis Steen? I see you watching. Say hello. Say something in the chat. What's up? As we take a look at Earth Day today and where our planet is compared to maybe when we were born or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, this has all to do with our recovery as well, right? It all has, we're interconnected. And what I mean by that is that, there are times where many of us who are in recovery. Hi, Lily Madera. So glad you're here. Hey, Curtis Dean. Say hello. Say hello. Thank you for saying hi. There comes a time when, like many of us, we have misused, maybe even abused, or even punished our bodies with drugs or alcohol or overeating or gambling, or we've, really done some things to our bodies that have not been for the highest and best. And as I think about how we grow in our consciousness today as a humanity, we also have done things to the earth not knowing, right? Sometimes not knowing, but sometimes really knowing that our actions impact and affect the planet in an incredible way. And so I'm glad you can relate, right, Curtis Dean, right? And then Jason says, true that, right? So how is it then that we can participate not only in our own recovery, in our own health and wholeness, and really support the idea that right where I am, spirit is, right where I am, God is, right where I am, my higher power is. But not only that, but also recognize that source energy, higher power, is also the earth. And when I think about like our skies, when I think about trees and fish and animals, I wonder how it is that if I were to treat all of these things, everything, as higher power, as spirit, as God itself, would I be treating it differently? Hello, Lily Madera. Lily Madera says, Sunshine Day. So wonderful to have the opportunity to hear you twice in one day. Thank you for sharing. Of course. And thank you. Lily Madera's talking about earlier today, I had an opportunity to participate in an Earth Day prayer-a-thon and celebration where we really got an opportunity to look at, again, how we treat the planet, right? Life and material, as Jason is talking about, right? That if I were to really look at other human beings as our planet, as our water, as God itself, would I be littering? Would I be in introducing harmful pollutants, harmful materials in the air? Would I be dumping stuff? Would I be buying so much plastic? And let's face it, it's a lot. There's a lot to think about. But just like I have reduced and stopped putting chemicals in my body that don't serve me well, right? I no longer drink, I don't do drugs. When I stop doing these things, I was honoring my life as the life of God, as the life of spirit. And so how can we now, as a collective consciousness, especially on a day like today, just begin to get some awareness as to how we are contributing to the health and the wholeness of our planet? Or are we, in fact, harming the planet more? And so I want to hear from some of you. What are some of the things that you're doing to contribute to the health and the wholeness of the planet? Curtis Dean says, this subject has been on my mind. So it's a confirmation. Yeah, isn't that right, beloved? Like we have this opportunity to not only take care of ourselves, but to take care of our planet, so that we're taking care of the planet for life beyond us, for life into our senior years and into our old age, but life beyond us. So I heard a woman today say, like, never buying another plastic water bottle. And it was like, that hit me. Thank you, Louise Talon, for that quote and that just kind of awareness. Like, could I never buy another plastic bottle again? Jason, Jason says here, recycling things like recycling paper, plastic, anything that you can recycle, reuse, clean the beaches, restoring things in their natural environment. And yeah, it's interesting because there are some days where I'm more conscious than other days. But I wonder if I were to be as maybe lackadaisical um in that area as it related to me, I probably would still be drinking and drugging, because, like, oh, well, every now and then I'll just have one. When in fact, what Curtis Steed is talking about right here is next level. Recycling, but not purchasing them, is next level, right? It's kind of like, oh, yeah, I just don't indulge. I just don't put that stuff in my system. I don't drink and drug, so I don't put that stuff in my system. So imagine us taking that kind of commitment and saying, I care for the earth and I don't want to harm the planet and the earth. I'm not going to purchase I'm not going to purchase that. That is next level stuff. And I think for me, the difference, and what about for some of you who are out and open about your recovery and things of that nature? I mean, for me, I had to hit a rock bottom before, like, I kind of came to and said, oh yeah, I can't do this and I need help. I don't know. Do we need to get that far when it comes to our planet, when it comes to Earth? Do we need to hit a rock bottom? I mean, already look at all the fires. Look at the weather pattern and the changes. Eileen, hi, love. Eileen says, we are composting all types of food, meats, bones, and putting them in green garbage cans with green and brown leaves, clippings, etc. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Like, these are all ways that we can contribute. And Eileen, thank you so much for contributing that. Yeah, like, I want to get to this place to where I don't need to hit a rock bottom, or that we don't need to hit rock bottom in order to go, holy crap, we need to do something about this. That we, in fact, see the writing on the wall now because of the fires, because of all of the things that are happening, and stop putting pollutants in our system. And I think it goes way beyond that. I think it's also the creation of them, and recycling is one of the ways. And I don't know. I just kind of wonder whether recycling is helpful or harmful, but it's what we have right now. And how we tie this back into our planet, and how we tie this back into life, and how I tie this into um, spirituality and spiritual living is simply this: is there's one power and one presence and one life. That life is God. That life is whole, perfect, and complete. That life created everything out of itself. And to the degree in which we continue to awaken to our spiritual magnificence and begin to shift and change, I trust, especially if I do my part, that this will turn around, or that we will exist on another different plane. I mean, I don't know the grand scheme and idea, but in my prayer work, I do trust that infinite intelligence knows all. And that as I awaken and as I am in alignment with my creative intelligence, with this power and presence, that I will be inspired and moved to make the necessary changes so that our planet, our earth, is in tip top shape. I remember 9/11, and our time is drawing to an end here pretty quickly, but I thought this was an important topic. I remember 9/11, when we didn't fly planes for a little bit, and how the air was restored, and also remembered, hey, Nancy, what's up? Also remembering, hey, Raymond, how you doing, love? I'm so glad that you're here with us today. And Daitra, thank you so much too for hanging out with us today. And also during COVID, when things kind of slowed down and the world kind of, like low key shut down a bit, how the earth was able to rejuvenate itself, even in the face of COVID. Thank you, Raymond. Raymond, I love you so much. Dr. Raymond says, proactive and life affirming spiritual living aligned with divine principles. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? And there you go, right? Curtis Steen said aligned, right? Aligned, and the love. And so what I want to remind us about is to really begin to dive into our spiritual practice, to speak to that power and presence that is living in, through, and as us right now, to call forth those ideas, those ways of being, those ways of living that are in alignment with the highest and best, not only for ourselves, but for our planet, for our earth, for the people around us. It's so wonderful to be in alignment with all of life. And I trust that as we continue to do this, and especially on today, on Earth Day, that we'll have an opportunity to really practice being silent and in prayer. Let's close out with just a couple of more comments. It's good to be considered with our planet, right? To be considered, or even to be considerate of our planet. Thanks for reminding us and the ideas that you're giving us. And thank you, Curtis Dean. Again, this is on point. Thank you so much, Reverend Sunshine. Absolutely, Curtis Dean. I'm so glad that you were able to tune in today. Yes, life, are you? Yes. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. I thought this topic was super, super important. It is in alignment with recovery, right? Laying down those things that no longer serve us, that no longer serve our planet, being in alignment with the power and presence and life that is living in, through, and as us, taking our cues and being divinely guided by that indwelling I am presence. And so I appreciate you. I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to make a commitment not to buy plastic water bottles. I'm going to start there. And, check in on me, check in on an individual, on a person, to see how I'm doing. And let's keep our planet alive and well and wholesome. Well, beloveds, mwah, know that you are loved. Hey, Ray McLeod, glad you joined us in on the last minute, but you're here. All right, until the next time, bye for now.
Thanks for tuning in to A Spiritual Remedy. Use the links in the description for prayer requests, to donate to Be That Spiritual Learning Center, and to join our mailing list. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And you can visit us at vidaslc.org for more information.